All right, I'm drawing the Butch Cleaver versus the Man with No Strings. I did a few streams already. It's been a while. It's been a couple days. Really busy lately. And yeah, I'm going to start inking it up tonight. So here we go. Thanks everybody for hitting the like. I appreciate it. Sorry if the fan's kind of loud. I'm having a heat wave over here in Cali. Yeah, normally it's pretty quiet, but tonight it is hot. I'm drinking some coffee. Cheers. It's going to go about an hour tonight. I'm in deep campaign for HELWÄR. If you guys haven't checked out that, please do so. It's over on Kickstarter right now for sign up. And if you guys sign up to my Substack, I have a link in the description. I'm going to be sending off $5 off tiers for the first 24 hours when we launch on Friday the 13th for HELWÄR. So this is one of my older characters right here, Butch Cleaver. It's a gothic horror western character. This right here is my homie Phil's character. This is the Man with No Strings. Hey, how's it going, guys? There's a couple people in the chat right now. Thank Benzig, Melotin. Thanks everybody for hitting like and then subscribing. I appreciate you. All you guys. Yeah. Friday the 13th already passed. Friday the 13th, there's actually 3 of them this year. So I picked March. I usually like to launch books now in March. I used to launch my book on my birthday, which is 7/11 in July. But the last time I did that, the biggest crowdfunding in history launched, which is Eric July's Ripa, or what's his book? Isom launched, so didn't have a good weekend. So ever since then, I kind of stopped doing it on that day. So his last name is July, and my birthday is 7/11 in July. So I'm like, I'll probably just enjoy my birthday now and not launch on it. So now I try to launch on St. Patrick's Day or right around it. Friday the 13th is kind of perfect for Hellboy or for HELWÄR. Can I sub? Yeah, sub if you want. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Bro, you draw that? Yeah, I drew this. If you want to go back and look at the old streams, I do these live. I start out with the thumbnails, then the pencils. Now I'm doing the inks. I gotta start banging it out because my book's gonna be launching pretty soon. This book right here, HELWÄR. It's my biker Viking comic. Be 106 pages long. It's already done. I already got the letters done. It's with the editor right now, so that way you guys don't have to wait too long. 106 pages. It's gonna be 12 by 12. It's gonna be really rough. It's gonna have coffee stains in it. Real copied art. Real gritty. Real dirty. Real. You know. It's gonna be its own thing. I wanna make it like a comic book you've never seen before. You know. Let's see here. This picture right here is just two indie comic book characters. My character Butch Cleaver versus another indie comic book character. This is the Man with No Strings. They're both weird westerns. Like yeah. So like here's the Man with No Strings right here. This book's out right now. You can go to Zaid Comics, ZAID Comics. This is the 0 issue, and number 1 just dropped too. So you can pre-order that. And this just has beautiful art in here by Oliver Isabedra. And I put out a vote like to see who would win on Twitter, and most people voted for him. So he's getting most of the good shots in here. But this is the book. You guys could go and pick it up. Look at this beautiful artwork in this book. All right, look at that. And ever since I had this character, I wanted to draw him. You know, so I don't want to spoil too much more. But it's a classic. Just came out. So and he's going to be putting out 3 of these books a year. That's written by Phil Diaz and illustrated by Oliver Isabedra. So this isn't my book, no. That's my homie's book. But yeah, these guys are fighting. Yeah, so let me see here. And then this is my character right here, that's Butch Cleaver. So that's him. Yeah, but sometimes he has like a mask, you know. So old one right there, Butch Cleaver. It's a gothic horror western. I got a couple of these left up on my. That's mine. What was the pitch? You threw Batman, Swamp Thing, Jonah Hex, and Hellboy into a meat grinder, which Cleaver would come out. So, yeah, he can weaponize bone on a molecular level. This book, though, it's pretty hardcore, violent, ultra-violent horror book. That's Opie the Old Possum. Let me show you some of the. Yeah, there's a few of the things right there. Yeah, that's the first book. So I did that book. I did that book over 11 years ago. So, yeah, getting a little better now, I think. It's a fun. That was a fun page to do. So that's my character, and this is Phil's character right here. This is brand new. Mine's like 11. Mine's like 10 years old or something. Yeah, but I will do another. And so this is me cracking Butch Cleaver again. I haven't drawn Butch in like over a year. I've been working on other comics. So I worked on this for 10 years, so I had to take a break. But hey, what's up, Jolly Green? Thanks for stopping by. But my new book, HELWÄR, the Viking biker book, that one's coming out on the. That one's coming out Friday the 13th. Yeah. You don't want to miss out on that one. Yeah, it's going to be an awesome book. Action packed. It's not a word heavy book, but it is action packed. It's got a little bit of heart. Brutal. It's a fun book. I'm proud of it. It's with the editor right now. I did the word balloons already. He's editing it right now, the editor, and might have me change a couple things or suggest or whatnot. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna have the first 13 pages up for the book for you guys to read. That way you guys can test ride my vibe. You know, you can see what my book's all about. Let's see here. Oh, is it a crowd? Yeah, Jolly Green. My book HELWÄR. This one right here. This is the cover actually. It's the cover art. It's my biker Viking book. It's about this guy named Bert HELWÄR. If he doesn't work with metal, be it by blade, song, or steed, the Hellbinger will take hold. He turns into this big kind of rage monster. He works for Helnora of Helheim, and this book takes place. It's his last day on the job, and once he's done with his work on this last day, Helnora is going to set him and his brother Wreckbolt free. But you know how it is on the last day of the job, right? Nothing ever goes right. So yeah, and it takes place in the 90s. It's a post-Ragnarok story. It's like a cross between, you know, I hate to say this, but it's like Thor, Lobo, and the Incredible Hulk. But it's a lot of fun. Yeah, it's definitely a lot of fun. It's got a little bit of heart, a lot of gore, a lot of action, a whole lot of like nods to like heavy metal, death metal, melodic death metal, Viking metal, thrash metal. You know, there's a lot of that in there. Even a little bit of glam metal. I really wanted to do a little something with that. I have ideas for like sequels and side like little like side stories for like one shots, but I don't put much thought into it because I just want this one. I just want to print this one the way I want to do it, you know, which is going to be, if you're still there, Jolly Green, it's going to be a it's going to look like a heavy metal record. It's going to be basically 12 by 12. So it's going to be a square comic book. Yeah, it's going to have coffee stains in it. The art's going to all be photocopied in there. It's going to be real dirty, real grimy. That's the aesthetic I'm going for. So, and it's going to be black and white. So it's going to look a little different than an average comic. I promise you that. It will be like nothing you've ever seen before. If it gets funded. If not, then I'll figure something else out. But yeah. Okay, where's that? All right. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Jolly Green, though. I appreciate it, man. I see you out there on Twitter sometimes. Oh, and if you're still there, everyone that signs up for my Substack, I got a link in the description. They're going to get a $5 off email for reward if they back in the first 24 hours. Plus, everybody that backs in the first 24 hours is going to get an original sketch card by me, a poster, bumper sticker, and a glow in the dark guitar pick, so you guys could shred in the dark, you know. And I'm going to send you guys the song HELWÄR. I actually recorded a song HELWÄR. It's a Viking melodic death metal song. So I went all out as much as I could. Hey, what's up, Aldous? Nice to see you, man. I'm just drawing Phil's character. I put out a vote on Twitter like about a week ago. It's the Man with No Strings versus my character Butch CLEAVER. His character won, so I'm having him get most of the lickings in right now. I do these streams where I basically start from the thumbnail, then I move into the pencils and the inks. I usually do it over like 7 streams, but I'm just chilling. I'm hanging out with the chat, and I'm not really in any rush, but I usually do that, and it's usually like some characters. I try to use characters that are like some that you don't really see that much, like Judge Dredd versus the T600 Terminator, or Bad Ash from Army of Darkness versus the Sauron from Lord of the Rings, stuff like that. It's been pretty fun. Yeah. What do you think of the dolphins being the next phase of evolution? Ooh. I don't know, man. That's I heard that we're gonna have beaks someday. Yeah, because we're looking down at our phones all the time. I heard something like that. Yeah. But nice seeing you, Aldous. Hey, what's up, Mike? How's it going, man? How you doing? Looking forward to that new Merlin book you're working on, man. That's gonna be the shit. Yes, sir. The Butlerian chat is coming. Yes, sir. Just drinking some coffee, working on this. I was gonna watch Primal tonight, but I don't have Cartoon Network, so I'm gonna watch that tomorrow. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the movie called Conquest. I just watched that last week on Tubi by Lucio Fulci, and man, I really dug that movie. Thought it was a great sword and sorcery film. Highly recommend it. Looking forward to that new Highlander movie too. It looks like it's going to be fun. And I heard, rumor has it, Christopher Lambert is going to be in there. I know he's not playing the Ramirez role. Ramirez. Like Sean Connery. I watched like a making of it. They got a lot of making of videos of that on YouTube. And he like recorded the voiceover in a bathroom, I heard. Yeah. Thought that was pretty cool. It's amazing what you could do. Back when the studios were ambitious. Exactly, man. Everyone's talking about that new sorry for the fan, guys. It's really hot. That buzzing noise in the background. Having a heat wave over here today. That new movie is with Christian Bale. Saying they're taking a big risk on that one. The new Frankenstein Bride movie. Thou shalt not make a machine in the likeness of the human mind. Better than any of Asimov's laws. It's really hot. It's 10 here. Yeah, it's like, it's probably like 90 degrees in this room, maybe. Something like that. This room just gets really hot. Really hot boxed. Really hot, hot, hot. There's a bunch of movies I want to watch. I want to watch Quest for Fire. I don't know if you guys have seen that. I'm sure you have. I've been wanting to watch that movie. It's got that guy from, I mean, obviously Ron Perlman's in there, but it's got that one guy from Silver Bullet and Twin Peaks. Forget his name. He also plays one of the cavemen. Quest for Fire isn't a barn burner, but it's worth a watch. Yeah, I'm really into like sword and sorcery stuff right now, and like, you know, like I call it stone and sorcery. I guess Robert E. Howard's first tale was Spear and Fang. It was like a stone and sorcery type book. It's funny because that's the name that Gindi took for his characters on Primal. Yeah. It was a fun one too. It was really dumb, but I enjoyed it. I like them all. This one called Caveman with Ringo Starr. Probably seen that one. The giant from the Twin Peaks is in Serial. Oh, yeah. I think his name's Gil or something like that. He was Reverend Lowe in Silver Bullet. I like the Silver Bullet. I think Gary Busey does a great job in that movie. He's got a couple movies that he does really good in. That one, Point Break's really good. Lethal Weapon's really good. And there's that one he does too, where he's talking about that one movie. He's got like one of the most brutal speeches about how his father makes him like take out his own dog when he's a kid. It's like one of the most brutal speeches ever in cinema, I think. One of them. Pretty tough. It's pretty rough. I mean, not tough. Yeah. Hey, what up, Tank? Utah, get me too. Good evening to all you magnificent bastards and bastettes. Now don't panic. Whoa, whoa, whoa. He sees that werewolf. That movie's good. I used to love watching Silver Bullet. I can't wait to see what Robert Eggers does with that. There's this guy named Orlock on Twitter. I seen it was, I don't know if it was today or yesterday, but he was talking about the new Eggers Werewolf. And I'm just like, dude, I hope it's not just a guy running around, you know, the English countryside, just kind of cannibal, you know. Hope there's like a good solid transformation scene in it, you know, and some like a good beast, because that's what I'm expecting from Eggers. Nothing short of that. I'm thinking something up there with American Werewolf in London and The Howling transformation. I'm real excited for that, actually. Oh, Under Siege, yeah, that movie's awesome, dude. Yeah, I really like Under Siege. He's great in there. He's got that little role in Predator 2. Yeah. Now don't panic. Oh, sorry, dude. Let me see if I can fix it. My bad. Under Siege 2, Dark Territory. I actually liked some of the Steven Seagal movies back in the day. I liked that one. I also really liked Above the Law and Out for Justice. A lot of people hate those. I always forget which one is Above the Law and Out for Justice, but it's the one with William Forsythe. I like that one. That's my favorite. I like William Forsythe. I think he's a great actor. He does really good characters. I love the character actors, man. I ain't gonna lie, I kind of low key wanted to be one when I was younger. Gary Oldman's always been my favorite actor. But yeah, kind of wanted to be one of those guys like in the background, you know, gets like a different roles and kind of get some good lines, you know. Nothing too crazy. Seagal movies were good before he went for the Weight Watchers high score, right? Hey, what's up, Omer Glitch? Thanks for stopping by, guys. You guys are awesome. This guy's taking me to task right here. This gosh darn. Well, I don't want to say his name. I'll just say he's the man with no strings. But he's getting one over on me right here. Gosh darn it. You guys got to go read the book. You'll know what his name is. Phil did something genius with it. I got something I want to say about that relates to it, but if I did, it would spoil it. Let's just say it has to do with a movie with Robert Englund coming out. Yep. They got a new Phantom of the Opera comic coming out through I think through Image or through Skybound. Looks like it's fully painted. I was in Hollywood day before yesterday. They had it playing over there at the Pantages. I was walking down there showing the kids. Like, all right, I'll show you some stuff. They wanted to see the stars. At least the daughter did. And I'm like, you don't want to be down here too long. Yeah. So I went down there for like 40 minutes, just kind of walked around. I seen Vince Vaughn's star. Well, I was going to take a picture by it. Put my face right there. Dragged across concrete. Cell Block 99. Robert Englund movie. Yeah, if I say the title of the movie, it'll kind of spoil something. But one movie he did do though that was good that I like. It's a slasher, but it's very entertaining. But people kind of know about it more now. But anyways, he did his own Phantom of the Opera, you know, and I thought it was pretty cool. I like Wes Craven's New Nightmare. That's my second favorite Freddy Krueger movie. It's a movie within a movie. I don't know if you guys seen that one where Robert Englund plays himself most of the movie, and then like the demonic entity of Freddy Krueger is also played by him. It's pretty smart. I'm pretty cool. House of a Thousand Furries. No wait, that was Bluey. There's something about pencils, man. Like when you ink something and then you kind of go back over it with the pencils again. I don't know what it is. I just really like that. Some artists do that. Not that many though. I like to do that. Still learning how to do it a little bit. The DMCA struck it. Oh, canon now. Oh, okay. Let's see, Joshy Asylum. That's my favorite, or my second favorite Nightmare movie as well. Yeah, my first is Freddy versus Jason by far. Then my second would be New Nightmare, and then the third would be Nightmare on Elm Street. Or no, I'd say Nightmare on Elm Street would be 2, and then New Nightmare would be 3. To be honest. But that Freddy versus Jason movie it's too good. It's stupidly good. You know, it's Tom and Jerry. It's Monty Python. You know, it's all fun. It straight turns into a comic book movie at the end. I remember I was like, he's dropping elbows, like jumping up high, and it was just so fun. They got one of those Hong Kong directors. Was it Ronnie Yu directed it? Wow. I try to think about if they tried to do that movie now. I don't know, man. Yeah, it wouldn't be the same. Let's see here. After part 3. Yeah. The first Michael. It's a classic. Sure, but I just love Dream Warriors. You know what, brother? Dream Warriors actually grew on me too recently. It's got an all-star cast too, right? And then the whole origin of Freddy, it kind of makes sense. It's like that one TikToker chick now that, does those smutty things like in one day. Dream Warriors is my favorite. Yeah, Dream Warriors is good, dude. It is good. Ain't gonna lie. Back when I was younger, I used to really like the final Freddy one. Freddy's Dead. Yeah. Dude, I watched an episode of the Turbo Fit Fighter channel. That one dude who does the Crom Destroyer has a pretty wicked method of making comic pages. It looks freaking good. Yeah, dude, I don't know. Well, I don't know which guy you're talking about, but that's what I'm doing with HELWÄR. It's gonna be real dirty and photocopied. That's the way I want it to look. It's just I don't know if people are they're gonna be like, this guy's being fucking lazy, man. Why don't he just scan it in and clean up the fucking pencils and It's like, I don't want it to. I want it to look dirty. I want to look like a metal band slapped it together. That's not what I want for every book. Fuck no. But yeah, it's like old school zine, but even worse though, man. I want it even grimier than that. And if I ever colored it, it would be total like even more tones. Yeah, there'd just be like a few colors on each page. Very, very, very minimalist. Gotta bounce back to Workland, like, share, and stay magnificent, everyone. Yeah, it was fan service. Oh, well, you have a good one, Tank. I'll be seeing you, man. Yeah, a little R-Crumb? Absolutely. I'm gonna be dropping some tweets and some emails about some of my stuff. As far as like inspiration goes, I was gonna do a lot of it on the campaign, but you can only put so much stuff on the campaign. They'll rip it down. I had some ideas, but I was like, I can't do that. They do have a lot of rules on Kickstarter. I'm trying, man. I'm trying to do what I can. I think that my favorite campaign, like for everyone that's been in this space that I really liked, was the Crypt Hidnals campaign. Those guys really did a great job. 656. Let's see here. No one ever gets the 70s, 80s zine colors right when they try and replicate it. I can only imagine, man. I know I'm not. Mine's gonna look kind of like a zine mixed with a comic, mixed with a format of an album, a metal album. So all underground though. Definitely underground. That's the key word for it. Just for this book, though. Only for this book. I'm working on 2 other books, and they're not going to be anything like that. I actually want to do a black, white, and green book with leather bound for a St. Patrick's Snake Slayer book I wanted to make. I have a couple, like, it's kind of Hellboy-ish mixed with, yeah, Irish mythology. I want to do that one before I die. That might be the next book I work on if I'm blessed. Butch Cleaver night? Yeah, it's Butch Cleaver versus Phil Diaz's character. I'm just trying to knock out as many inks as I can. They're fighting in some. It's kind of like a mishmash of both worlds. Like then it's like in its own little dimension, Our little corner of the net has too many perfectionist artists to ever replicate the 80s underground scene. Yeah, I know. No, I get you on that. Elismat is the closest homage. Yeah, no, definitely. There's a lot of cats out there though too, man, that aren't really in our scene, that are still putting out a lot of weird stuff, There's actually kind of a renaissance, man, going on right now. All this with a lot of that stuff. If I would be so bold, it's pretty cool. Yeah, that's one thing. Is that like yeah, and Rich Ayala too, man. He's another one. Absolutely. I really love that stuff. You know, I really do. There's one thing that's for sure is that no matter what happens with comic books, there will always be American indie comics. They're not going anywhere. They will always be there. Those zines, the indie style, there's a million different types of indie comics, but those types of comics, they will always be around. People are always going to need to express themselves, I think, through sequential art and story. I don't think they're going anywhere. Ayala's stuff is the coolest I've seen to the 70s West Coast underground stuff. A solid blend of Ed Roth mixed in. Yeah, man, I hope he puts out another one pretty soon. I know he's doing a lot of other stuff now. But yeah, and for me, like, I also like kind of Mad Magazine. You know, I grew up on that, so that's a big influence on me. And then I also like John Buscema with a Savage Sword. I really like that stuff. So, and then I really like Simon Bisley. You know, that they're all kind of different. Not really the type of shit that's out here. The Cape stuff, you know, it's more like comedy and sword sorcery and underground zany shit. And then I like metal album art, and I like black metal album art, and I like punk metal album art, or punk album art. So a lot of that's kind of mixed in with what I'm doing. Yeah, it's fun, man. You got to work on a lot of stuff though, man. That way everything kind of gets a rest and then gets recharged, I think. It's like tonight I get to draw Butch. I haven't drawn Butch in like a year or something like that, maybe 2 years. That's just what I feel. For me. Let's see here. Roach Balls belongs in every art college to be studied. Yeah, it's a good book. Mort Drucker, Jack Davis, Argones, Don Martin, hell, even Wally Wood worked on Mad. Yeah, they're so good, man. Mort Drucker was my favorite by far, then Jack Davis. The talent they pulled with that higher page rate was unreal. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Mike. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I gotta start working out tomorrow myself. I agree with you. I gotta get a gym pass. And I'm looking forward to the 13th, brother. Can't wait. I also think a lot of those EC comic artists were like some of the best artists, man. You know, a lot of them I don't even know all their names and whatnot, but just some of the art they were pulling. The guys that like Bernie was looking up to, you know, Bernie Wrightson. Yeah, hell yeah, man. I'll be there. Be square. Yeah. And I got 92 signups, and then I got 30 followers on my campaign, so I'm looking forward to it. I want to get more though. I want like 1 million, a million on each. Keep pushing. All right. There's that. He's got a special gun right here. I love this gun he's got. Look at that. Isn't that cool? I love this artist. Oliver Isabedra. Looks great. See these panels like that? There's a lot of that in HELWÄR. Gonna be 106 pages, guys. That's the cover right there, one of the covers. The other one, Preston Azevedo's doing the variant cover as well. That's his ride. Goldmane. I'm not explaining everything in the book either. I'm kind of over origins and explaining everything all the time and you know. And you'll be able to figure out a lot of stuff too because it's Norse myth. But I'm not gonna come right out and say who all the characters are. I'm gonna let people kind of figure it out. All you gotta do is play God of War, or do a quick Google search, or watch God of War pretty soon. Or yeah. But it's a post-Ragnarok book, and it's going to be in the 90s, guys. There's no cell phones. There's no texting in there. None of that stuff. I don't know what it is. I'm not a real big fan of having texting in my comics, or in movies for that matter. You know? See you later, brother. Can you explain the art of war to us? Not really, man. Not right now. It's a long book. Yeah. I've never read it. I'm not going to lie. Yeah. Not going to lie. I almost bought it the other day for $5 though. They got it over at Book Off. And Book Off had some really good titles over there. They had The Art of War, the U.S. Constitution. They had Sherlock Holmes. A bunch of stuff for $5. Yeah. I remember hearing some of the strategies about the Art of War, you know. I couldn't even read it right now, to be honest with you, man. I don't even have time. I have to like read everything through audiobook now. Yeah. If I start reading, like really, really reading too, I will fall asleep. It's horrible. So I gotta have it read to me. And if I'm not listening, I gotta hit replay. Hey, there he is. I was hoping you'd pop in, man. Drawing your boy right now, man. Hey, everybody, go pick up The Man with No Strings, number 0. If you can, Zay, drop a link in the chat, man. That'd be awesome. You guys can go pick this up right now on his site, on Zayd Comics. You can also pre-order number 1. Yeah, I didn't put your link in the description, man. I forgot at the last minute. I was trying to get in here so I could pick this up and keep working on it. And I hit live on my phone. It's kind of hard to go back and edit everything. Hell yeah, there we go. Sorry about that. Yes, sir. Yeah, I was talking about your character, Phil, and I had seen something, and there's a movie with somebody, and Robert Englund's in it. It's coming out. It's a horror movie. I'll just leave it at that. I'll let you figure it out if you don't already know about it. You probably know what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's good to see Aldous, man. I haven't seen Aldous in a spell. How's it going, Timothy Blocks? Thanks for stopping by, and thanks everybody for hitting the liking and the subscribing. I appreciate that. See, you've heard. Okay. All right. I'll shut my mouth now. Yes, sir. I haven't seen Aldous in a spell. I try to catch that show, the Gutter, man, live as much as I can. That's a great show. If you guys can, go subscribe to Zayd Comics and Aldous at the Farm. Aldous has this killer show called The Gutter. And talk about comic books, some of the best books in comicdom. Sub. I haven't used this little one in a long time. This one's tiny. I look like Steven Seagal right now. I got my ponytail. Out for justice. I go around. I look like Steven Seagal in real life now, to be honest. One hamburger away. Not forever, though. Just got to start fasting again. That fasting is no joke, man. I was always wondering why Oprah Winfrey would look, skinny one episode and then fat on another. It's because when you get older, man, you put on weight and take off weight. during the week. You put it back on during the weekend if you're not exercising. Yes, sir. It's hard to keep the weight off too once you hit like 40. Everyone was saying 30, but I'm like, yeah, it was all right. 30 wasn't, once I hit 40 though. Oh yeah. You got to be careful with that. It's all good though. I'm looking forward to that Drag Me to Hell Part 2. That lady that's in that movie, she was on Twitter a couple weeks ago. And she was saying, like, I'm still down here. Come and help me. She's tweeting that out. I'm like, oh, because she went to hell in the movie. Yeah, that's right. And I, and then I retweeted her or something or commented on there. I was like, drag me out of hell. She hit like on it. Well, that's cool. I like that movie, Drag. I think that's one of my favorite Raimi movies. I really like Sam Raimi's horror movies. I got to see that new one he just did. R2 Wansta. Thanks for stopping by, man. I appreciate it. Hope you guys are having a great night. You guys are winding down, getting ready for the week. Yeah. It's always a little different drawing people smaller. You should have a tiny little ink pen. There we go. Let me get those eyes in there. Do you saw Send Help? You man, you're out there doing a lot of stuff. You're always going on adventures and making comics and playing cool games and printing stuff and going to conventions and shit. You're doing all the fun shit, Phil. Living life for me, brother. Me and the wife, man, before we had the kids, we used to go to the movies every weekend. Every single Friday night. It was movie time. It didn't matter what fucking movie it was either. Could have been a good one or a bad one. Usually a horror movie, though, because those ones always came out. Yeah. I had a feeling it was good. I heard there's like this crazy boar scene in it, or wild pig scene. Yeah, I heard it was pretty rough filming that scene. Yeah, this seems like there's a lot of cool movies coming out this year. Yeah. I was kind of looking forward to the Odyssey, but I don't know, man. Now I'm not looking forward to it so much. Guess I'll just live with the Arma Desante one. I got to pick that one up. I was gonna watch the one with Ralph Fiennes. I was really looking forward to that, and then I heard Nolan was directing it, but then it looks, I don't know. I'll have to check that out, but I'm not really excited too much for the Doomsday movie. I'm more excited for He-Man than Doomsday. I guess Dune's supposed to be the big movie, but for sure He-Man, Werewolf, because Eggers, Then I heard Zoller's doing a crime movie, like the director of Dragged Across Concrete and Cell Block 99, Bone Tomahawk. That guy is awesome, dude. I so wish he would do a Conan movie. I'm gonna do a video on that. I'm gonna start doing more Conan content. and Robert E. Howard content. I don't mean just reviews, but just discussions, stuff like that. Let's see here. So I think he would be perfect to direct Conan movie. Those dudes that run the Conan channel and the channel, they're pretty cool. Right, got that. Go pick up the new Man with No Strings, everybody. Does not disappoint. Okay. Start doing that cape. The whole idea behind this piece was I wanted to do a 11 by 17 wide. I've never done a wide shot like this. I probably want to do a comic book like this before I die, just a whole comic, open up like a calendar, just all panorama. It's usually what I do. I do a lot of panorama shots. There's a lot of those in Butch Cleaver and in HELWÄR coming out. Let's see here. There's that. I'll do some of this right now. Go. Wish they would make a new Phantom movie. I seen some Phantom artwork on Twitter by Alex Ross. I think it was Alex Ross, where he didn't have the costume on. He just had kind of like blood dripping down him like a costume, and he just looked really badass, like really brutal. And his like shorts were like ripped into like a kind of like a loincloth like Conan, and he had the rings on still. I was like, ooh, this is pretty badass. It's like barbarian Phantom. I don't know if it was Kit Carter, but it might have been. It might have been one of his grandpas though, or relatives. Yeah. We soon shall see. About an hour, so it's getting up there in time a little bit. Right. This cape's going to be fun to draw. Right now I'm just doing some rendering right here. I might keep it, I might not, I might black it all out. We'll see. But there will be cape rendered in this way. I'm going to give it my little himpy look I like to do. Yeah, I wish they would make a Conan TV show, man. Strictly HBO. I think that would be really, really cool. Okay. One of these. ruler out of there. Make it real simple. I'll make it real simple. Not really. It's hard. There we go. Like that. Just enough detail and just enough lighting on it because it's flashing and shooting. Then you also got to add drama and gore and all kinds of shit. Let's see here. All right. That little pin again. All right, I'm gonna put this full to use. See if I can a little bit, anyways. Thanks for everybody that's watching, everyone that's been hitting the like and the subscribing. Let me fix that camera. Sorry, guys. There we go. Horrible. My bad. There we go. Gonna have those chunks. Those good chunks. Smoky, smoky. Okay. Got that song Ace of Spades stuck in my head. Just keeps playing. Win some, lose some, it's all a game to me. Right. Probably gonna call it right there. Got some gotta go to work pretty soon. In a little bit. Try to get some sleep. For some reason I woke up like 10 times last night. Don't know why. Went to bed early too. Maybe that was a problem. Just like worried my alarm wasn't gonna go off. So I kept waking up. It's crazy. Okay. Right. Maybe make this thing a little bigger. A couple little layers like this. Yeah. I think that might be kind of fun. Yeah. Do. I might just do some of this too right here like that. I want to do that. Okay. Gotta make this thing threaded. It's gonna be fun. Fun character to draw. Yes, sir. And once I erase it, it's gonna look a lot different. I'll be able to do that next time. Yeah. But probably gonna get going now, everybody. Everybody, thanks for watching. I always appreciate everybody that drop by and say what up. It's always great to see the homies. And I hope you guys have a prosperous week. Yeah. Always remember, the artist isn't starving, and the artist isn't hungry. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.